The summer cicadas are about to wake up from their 17-year sleep. In this picture, a 17-year cicada is shown in this from May 16, 2013. The cicadas are coming again to big chunks of Ohio and West Virginia. Columbus, Ohio. Millions of bugs are coming soon. The bugs, called cicadas, have red eyes and orange wings. Their loud mating song, when they all sing together, can be noisier than a jet plane. The bugs will be out and about for about 6 weeks. It will be like living in a scary movie if you hate flying bugs. The cicadas will appear in parts of Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Maryland. Actually, cicadas are harmless and are good for the earth. Their egg-laying helps trees to grow. Their burrowing, or digging, makes holes and adds air to the ground. Their little dead bodies add food for plants and animals. Okay, so going back up here to this diagram, the 17-year cicadas are coming again. Millions of the noisy insects will emerge from the ground in the coming days in Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia. And this picture shows the life cycle of cicadas. So first, adults mate after courtship and singing. Okay, right? Those male cicadas, they're singing to impress the female cicadas and find a mate. The second thing that happens is the female lays eggs beneath the tree bark. Third, eggs hatch and nymphs fall to the ground. Fourth step, nymphs tap the tree roots for nourishment. And then finally, fifth, after 17 years below ground, the nymphs emerge and molt into adults. And that brings us back to step one. These adult cicadas mate and after courtship and singing, and the cycle begins again. Two bug scientists, Jim Fredericks and Gene Kritsky, share some facts about cicadas. Kritsky believes the bugs will start appearing in the next few days. 17 years and 6 weeks. When the ground warms up enough, cicadas break free and fly in the air. They have been drinking from tree roots for the past 17 years. They will shed their outer shells. Then they will stick themselves to branches. The noisy bugs will mate and lay eggs before dying off in about 6 weeks. Finally, the hatched baby cicadas will drop off the trees. Then it will be their turn to dig underground to live for another 17 years. Louder than a rock concert. Cicadas find mates by quickly vibrating a body part like a drum. When many of them do it, the noise is very loud. Kritsky and other scientists say it can be louder than a rock music show. Tastes like cold asparagus. Dogs and cats love to eat the tasty bugs, Kritsky says. Eating them will not hurt pets unless they have too many. Cicadas were once eaten by American Indians. The bugs are still eaten by humans in many countries around the world, including China. Kritsky says cicadas taste like asparagus. Whenever he studies them, he always brings one back as a treat for his cat, Bodie. Typical Midwest summer. There are 15 groups of cicadas. The bugs live for either 13 or 17 years. They appear mostly in the eastern and middle areas of the United States. Last spring, a group of cicadas came out in parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, and Iowa. This group has not appeared since 1999. It will be seen in parts of Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Maryland. Keep it moving. Humans have been studying cicadas for hundreds of years in the United States. Early Americans from England started calling them locusts. They are not locusts, but the name has managed to stick around. Locusts are actually grasshoppers. One big difference is that cicadas do not swarm. They move from one place to another looking for mates. Mostly harmless. Cicadas make noise and can fly onto car windows. They leave behind their little dead bodies. The bugs are mostly harmless to living things. Fredericks warns they could damage very young trees. The young trees can be protected with netting while the cicadas are visiting. There have been reports of cicadas causing traffic accidents. The lost cicadas fly through open car windows. They once clogged up the air conditioning at a hospital. Usually they do not leave behind much damage. They don't bite, they don't sting, they won't carry away children, Kritsky says. Adds Fredericks, this is your chance. Get out and enjoy the show nature is putting on for you. Okay, once you're done listening to the reading of this article, you guys are going to answer the following questions by highlighting or circling the correct answer. All right. You can also write the letter of the correct answer. Okay. So you're going to read the following sentence. The cicadas will appear in parts of Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Maryland. What does appear mean as it is used in this sentence? A, seems to be. B, be seen. C, spread out. Or D, take over. Number 2, reread the section mostly harmless. What does the author mean by enjoy the show nature is putting on? A, watch with caution. B, join the cicadas in their song. C, take many pictures of the cicadas. Or D, appreciate the unique experience. Number 3, look at the graphic. So that's that picture, that diagram we looked at. At what stage do cicadas eat and drink? A, stage 1. B, stage 2. C, stage 3. Or D, stage 4. Number 4, look at the graphic. What information can you learn from the graphic? A, how many eggs females lay? B, where females lay eggs? C, how old the females are that lay the eggs? Or D, how many eggs are laid each year? And finally, question number 5 says, what is something that you would like to know more about cicadas? I want you to answer this question in 2 to 3 complete sentences. Okay. Remember that you can always pause and rewind this recording I've just made so that you can go back and re-listen to things you've already heard, and you can pause before you move on to more questions. So I hope you enjoyed this article, and I don't forget to turn it in when you're done.